Hi, today it's time for me to show you my average defense replays, and this week is the first week I am using alt recovery for my cave line. I was hesitating before furthering this skill to Veronica because she usually had 45 cavalry, benefiting Summer Mia. With defense buff, low attack, defense solo, she survives quick riposte tanks most of the time. So now I have to change my setup so that Lilina has 45 cavalry. She also has Rally Death Res, because it is possible that some players use double bait. They will bait Mia and Veronica at the same time. If that happens, it is possible that Lilina will rally Mia instead of Veronica, and that will be a pretty bad thing for me. So now I know Lilina will never target Mia but always Veronica, and she will get danced by Triandra. So Lilina will kill the North Sea Disrupt tank trying to bait Veronica, especially Brave Ike. If it's Winter Altina, she will obviously not choose to attack Winter Altina, but instead she will target a weak foe standing here, because from my opponent's perspective this column looks pretty safe, so it's almost guaranteed they will leave one weak unit here. Now the problem with this setup is that a smart player, especially in Vault of Heaven, I expect, some players will understand the trick behind alt recovery. It removes penalties only for allies. Veronica can still be the target of debuffs, panics, tactics rooms, and of course isolation. If she is isolated, my rally trap in this current setup is dead. I am still using it for this week because I want you to see how those players react. Only for this week, because I have a solution against those players who think they can kill my restore trap by isolating my healer. I will show you the solution at the end of the video. One last thing, I have a real heavy trap protecting Mia, because I am thinking about a possibility, someone who used double smite, Winter Altina, killing Summer Mia, activating duo skill, Vantage against everyone, and everyone die turn 1. I say this because I am not convinced Sacrificed Plays is completely dead. I will explain later why. So we have the first Altina, Duo Altina, and this one is a weird build. You shouldn't change Altina's base kit because it's pretty much optimal. And this match is a perfect illustration as to why I like defense build for my Summer Mia. Because she survived Duo Altina and killed Duo Altina. But that was only because Duo Altina, thanks to her Vantage, could not use Twin Blades. Otherwise Summer Mia would be dead. And here you see my Yun has reciprocal aid instead of the usual Harsh Command Plus. I removed Harsh Command Plus because before I got alt recovery, I was using Restore Plus along with Harsh Command Plus in order to remove penalties turn 1, and Harsh Command Plus was very convenient for me and very useful, but only for turn 1. So now, because of odd recovery, I feel that Harsh Command Plus is not needed. At least with a reciprocal aid, I can restore the HP of some of my important calves, including Lin and Samamiya. So Yun will stand one space above from them, restoring the HP. And because of her positioning, she will not get easily sniped. So speaking about odd recovery, if you're really afraid about someone who can isolate your only healer, there might be a solution, is using another healer cav with odd recovery. While this could be a solution, I think it's too much of a restriction. Having one odd recovery is nice, having two feels too much. Also, the problem with having two healers for any defense, but especially cav line, is that you should remember now, with the new updates, the mythics will rotate more often as a bonus unit. You will see more often bonus Mila, bonus Air who is fast, bonus Freya who is super scary. Healers do not have access to strong specials, and the staves are not good as a weapon. It's not as strong as Budding Bow, Spendthrift or Broadleaf Fen. So if you cannot kill bonus Mila while she is debuffed, well, that's pretty bad. It is possible, I am thinking about this, maybe in the future IS will release in AR defense a healer for the mythic, so you could eventually use odd recovery for the ARD mythic healer, but I still believe this is too restrictive because it restricts your team building to double healers. And the problem is that for any kind of defense, not just cav line, but any kind of defense, depending on the units you have, you may want a different combination of mythics. So restricting yourself to double healers is not helping you. Flexibility, however, helps you to adapt to the ever-changing meta. And also, you should try in the future, if you use a cav line especially, get 1 kill turn 1 minimum. Because I expect Vault of Heaven players, of course, will play smarter, but that means they will use less buildings. I expect some defenses in Vault of Heaven to be very aggressive. It could be cav line, it could be restore trap or healing trap such as return trap or rescue trap with Flame, Sarah and Winter Bernadetta. So you need space for strategical positioning. Removing buildings will actually help you, including the bow tower eventually. Not having the bow tower will actually help you against some maps. And this is why I actually like a rally trap with odd recovery involving a range cav. Because a range cav has such a wide coverage it covers almost the entire map and gets a guaranteed kill turn 1. Especially at the start of a week, if they lose 1 unit and they have no guarantee to get even a single pot, they will likely surrender. But still, as I said before, sacrifice strategy is not dead. The reason for this is because I expect even players in Vote of Heaven who want to play really well, there is a gap between willing to do so and being able to do it. Because I expect Vote of Heaven AR defense to be pretty scary, which means the average player in Vote of Heaven will use more ladders. So eventually some of them will have no ladders at the end of the week. So that means, of course, they will use sacrifice strategies, no doubt about this. And remember, the lift gain for not sacrificing a unit is small. It is a small reward for the lift. So someone who has 1 or 0 ladder left will not be afraid of using sacrifice strategies. It will happen. This is why you need to count for these strategies. It's not completely dead. So this is why I said before, having flexibility in terms of your team building is actually helping you, because you may want mythics with speed boost, defense boost, or having some particular skill which can help your defense against the actual meta, which is physical oriented. I mean, they use tanks, and 90% or more of these tanks use physical weapons. So you need to choose your mythics carefully, depending on their utility, their movement, their weapon, and the stats they give to your calves. So now we are reaching a conclusion, and I will show you the solution I was talking about earlier. This is why I like Wing Fireball, because now you might think why Lin can make follow-up against Fallen Ike. It's because of the buff. This is the only reason, and people might miss the Wind Fireball, especially with Double Dancer. It activates pretty quickly. So my solution, I will not explain in detail now. I will explain it in the next video. Next time we will be in light season. I will make another ARD showcase and will explain the secret behind the rally. Simply use the rally up. It solves the problem, because the AI rule for the rally up is a little bit different than that for the normal rally. This setup will help me dealing with people who think they can isolate Veronica and kill the rally trap by doing so. So yeah, next time you will see why it will work. So thanks for watching.